Oh my god, white people suck! No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, welcome to my video. I am Ugandan Knuckles, aka Little Hands 91. And I don't know. I was thinking today that a good exercise for my mental health would be to rant about things. They're not necessarily complain. I'm not necessarily nagging or anything, but I was thinking a lot at work, which I usually do that. I usually do that. I usually think way too fucking much at work, and I need to get this mic from my face because I think it's making some disgusting noises. Because when I lick my lips, it's like. Anyways, um, so something that was bothering me today. I was thinking about this whole idea that we have. I don't know. It's not even we. I really gotta get my mind organized. What was it that was irritating me? Oh yes, I forgot. Um, it's this weird world where no one wants to accept responsibility. They want to put blame. They want to blame certain groups for certain things, but then they don't want to accept responsibilities. I think a good example on the right side of the spectrum would be all these motherfuckers are like, send the immigrants back. Yes. They're taking our jobs. Okay, yeah, they're taking our jobs. What fucking jobs are they taking? Guess what? The jobs we're not doing, dude. Dude, like you can literally go look it up. There's an insane hole in our trade, like in the trades market. Like I'm talking like pipe fitters, electrical union, freaking woodworkers, things like that. There's a massive hole in it. People do not want to do these manual jobs. What they want to do is they want to sit around their asses and in a nice air conditioned building and work on computers. Whereas Mexicans, amongst other South Americans and Central Americans, will come over here and do a better job than most Americans will do for cheaper. And honestly, I feel like they need to be paid more, dude. Jesus Christ, it's so ridiculous. But anyways, now let's go to the left. Let's go to the left because this is the one that was really irritating me. We'll come back to the immigrant thing. The one thing that was irritating me is it's like there's this weird culture developing, or it has developed in the United States, where it's like white people fucking suck. Everybody hates white people. You know what? I changed my mind. It's not everybody hates white people. White people hate white people. Nobody else cares. Most people do not give a shit. But white people are so. It's crazy. It's like we have to be upset about something. I can't remember a point in history. Like, you can read every history book, and it's just like white people are just like, yes, life is not the way I would like it. And back in the day, that translated into us invading and conquering and all this other shit. Now there's nothing to invade and conquer anymore. So what is it? What do we have left to complain about? Ourselves. That's a good one. Good idea, white people. Anyways, so I'm going back to it. Like when I was at college, I I have a really dark sense of humor. Probably have You can probably tell by my Ugandan knuckles, whatever the fuck. Uh, but I basically, uh, it was like anytime you made even slightly racist joke, you were a bigot and an asshole. It doesn't matter if it was a joke. Fuck you for making it. If you're around white people, if you're around a black person and you made a racist joke, they would usually laugh and crack one right back at you. Which is what I like to hear. I like to see that competition in comedy. I don't want to crack a joke and then and that says a lot about someone's humor if you crack a joke and they get offended. That usually translates into they don't have a sense of humor. And I'm getting this bad feeling that the loudest of us white people are the ones that just do not have a sense of humor. Maybe the loudest person in the room usually is the person who doesn't have a sense of humor. I'm offended. Who gives a shit if you're offended? Does anybody actually care if you're offended? I don't think so. I don't, to be honest. I'm about to burp. Hold on. Anyways, um, so yeah, welcome to my stream. uh, so just to lay this out before I continue on with the current rant, you can either listen to me rant like a blithering idiot on my stream, or if you'd like to hear a more concise version of what I have to say, I don't know why you would even listen to me, but if you are going to listen to me, thank you for listening. You can watch a more concise version on my YouTube channel. Depending on how long a rant, you might actually hear. This might actually continue into like several different videos, but I like to talk and I never shut the hell up. So why the hell wouldn't I record what I'm saying? Usually because it ends up going into territories that most people just do not like going into. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Yes. Okay. So back to this whole thing. Yeah. So white people were so fucking terrible. When you go to these colleges, like, okay, first of all, I get so mad at all. Like, I come from a really conservative state, um, and they always bitch and complain about how these colleges are liberal training camps. And let me just get that out there. I'm sure there are colleges out there that are like that, but the college I went to was not a liberal training camp. I literally had a history professor who, if he wasn't racist, he was borderline racist because this dude, I mean, Muslims obviously aren't a race, but he was basically like, um, he did this whole class talking about Islam. I mean, he made good points about why the religion is kind of, he made good criticisms. Let's say that he made good criticisms of the religion. But then he basically did this full circle and asked this kind of ridiculous question of, I mean, it was an obviously a ridiculous question. Is it reasonable to believe that, knowing what we know about Islam, that Islam can exist within the modern world? Okay, well, I guess that's a good question to ask. I think you probably can ask any question, that question about any religion, because if you go and look at most religions, there's some pretty dark, nasty parts of those religions. Christianity is not a exempt from that. But what most of these religions have done, they have adapted themselves to these modern societies, right? So I would imagine that Islam can do that too. I'm pretty sure. But did I put that? No, dude. I trashed the hell out of Islam. Muslims, I'm sorry. I trashed it because I was like, dude, I am not failing this class because I knew exactly what this guy wanted me to say. And I said that to someone, they're like, oh, I can't do that. It's against my principles. Dude, fuck my principles. I'm trying to pass. Maybe your parents are paying for this. Maybe you got scholarships paying your way through this shit. I don't. So every time I fill a course, it's money in my pocket. So maybe that's not a good way to put it, but definitely, I was like, I'm getting through this course. Did I believe what I put? No. And I mean, it was not an eloquent essay. Let me say that. I trashed Islam on this essay. Did I feel dirty afterwards? A little bit. Not really. To be honest, I went home and played video games and didn't give a shit. But I knew that he wasn't looking for an intelligent argument. He was looking for an echo chamber, like most Americans. So as long as you agreed with him, he was like, yes, mission accomplished. It's kind of funny. And by the way, I have ADD. So I would imagine this is going to get horribly off topic multiple times. And in that event that it does get off topic, which it already has, if you noticed, there's going to be like this meter. I think there should be a scale from 1 to 10 called the ADD meter. How far off the rails did I go? And we will eventually circle around back to this white people sucks, and all this other shit. Goddamn, why am I even do this? Anyways, so God, where did I leave off? Shit. Anyways, so let's just keep going. So yeah, I trashed Islam, made the grade, got past that course, and like I said, yeah, I knew what he wanted. I knew he wanted an echo chamber, and it reminds me a lot of that movie God's Not Dead, where you have this professor and he gets up in front of the classroom, and he's like, if you're uh, everybody take out a piece of paper and write God's dead, and I won't fail you, or some crazy shit. I mean, it literally the craziest thing no college professor has ever done in history ever. Period. Okay, that it just no kid in the modern world goes to college and some asshole professor's like, let me just show you how close-minded I really am. Write on a piece of paper that God's dead, and you pass. Nobody ever does that. And most professors, dude, I had some pretty religious professors, and they were really smart, even though I don't necessarily agree with them on the whole religion part. Um, anyways, so you got these guys. Um, well, anyways, it reminds me of that. God damn, I almost got off topic again. God, mid thought, I almost got lost. That's what it reminds me of. The conservatives will always play that card that these colleges are the liberal training camps, and they're anti-religion, and then they'll play it off that way when this professor that was teaching my course was literally like this fanatical Christian who hated Islam. And I don't blame him. Actually, I mean, I don't blame him. Let me reword that. I like the guy, even though he was old school, old fashioned, didn't jive with most of the kids. I think I was the only young person that actually liked him, and actually, I might have been the only young person he actually liked. But I like the guy. Despite that, I could blatantly tell that we'll call him Mr. Ted. That Mr. Ted was a little bit more old fashioned in his way of thinking. Now, back to back to the original point. Okay, back to the original point. What was my original point? So white people suck. So the point of that whole rant was that this isn't some liberal training camp. This is you got liberals, you got Republicans, you got people who don't give a shit, which I was a part of the people who don't give a shit section, which sucks because actually it only sucks if you're around Republicans. I feel like they handle the people who don't give a shit better than most of these super hardcore lefties. But I remember I would make like I don't know, I might make a joke, like I would just blatantly say something that was retarded or stupid or racist. But I would say it in a way that it was like, if you are taking me seriously, you must be an idiot. You should literally be listening to the way I talk. And if I say something to you in such a weird, exaggerated way, how the hell can you take me seriously? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, if I can literally make racial jokes with black people, Mexicans, Jews, if I can make racial jokes with them, how come it's the white people that get upset about it? I don't understand that. It's so weird to me that we are so, and this is why white people suck. Let's start there. How about that? White people don't suck because of slavery and imperialism and all these things that have been labeled white male toxic masculinity or whatever you want to call it. They don't suck because of that. They suck because they're sissies. We suck because we're sissies. We become a big old group of sissies that act like we give a shit about people. We don't give a shit about people. We just want people to think we're good. because we care about all the terrible shit we've done. Newsflash, white people, every civilization on the face of the fucking planet has done something wrong, has done something terrible. Anytime you read about any society on the face of the planet advancing in some way, someone gets the shit into the stick. And guess what? It's 2019. Whichever direction we decide to advance, you know, from here on out, someone's going to get the shit into the stick. Turns out right now it's the Mexicans and the immigrants. Sorry, now they got a little, I got a little dark there. But seriously, I mean, think about that. That's another thing. People will be like, "Oh, I hate imperialism." Dude, look, I get it. War sucks. Killing people's bad. Slavery happened because of imperialism. Colonization happened because of imperialism. But literally every technological advancement you have has happened because of imperialism. So if you enjoy getting on the internet and leaving mean, nasty comments while you're sitting on the toilet, then you might want to, if we didn't have imperialism, that probably wouldn't be a thing. It's like everything that we have today that's fun and great and cool to play around with was developed as a result of war. Like I had some kid I was talking about, like I kind of made this point, and some kid was like something about the Nintendo Switch. I can't even remember what the comment was. It's on some page that I follow. Some kid was like, "War is bad," and it is. I don't like the fact that America has to invade every fucking country on the face of the planet. I don't like the fact that my country is bombing 78 other countries currently. Um, but at the same time, I'm like, and I was trolling. I'll admit it was a dark troll. I was like, dude, if imperialism didn't exist, if war didn't exist, you wouldn't even have that Nintendo Switch. It's like the joystick that's on that thing was literally designed for war. And then some kid was like, that's not true. The joystick was designed for the first space traveling. Okay, well, guess what? The whole reason we went to space was because we were trying to beat the Russians in the Cold War. And guess who developed all that rocket technology we're talking about? Uh, the fucking Nazis. How do we know this? Because of Project Paperclip, where the good old free United States of America gave a bunch of war criminals free passes and was like, hey, come on over to the United States of America. Come on over and hang out here in the USA. Forget the fact that you have murdered, you're responsible for murdering so just insane amounts of people, like 2, 3, 4. I can't even go into the billions or millions. Probably not billions, but millions. Let's say millions. I don't know exact statistics, but I do know Nazis murdered a lot of people. I think that's an established fact. Um, but they developed it. We gave them free passes. Go look up Otto Ambrose. Go look up Dr. Kurt Bloma. Go look up. Is there anybody else I can think of? Struger, Dr. Struger. This dude, we literally bought over the scientist that was responsible for developing sarin gas and Zyklon B that killed untold amounts of Jews. And we gave him a free pass so he could come over here and help us develop missile technology and rocket technology. Took what they knew about V2 rockets and apply it to that, to our rocket program, so that way we could compete with the Russians, because we knew the Russians were the emerging threat. This is crazy. Literally Google this shit. Every technological advancement we have ever made in the history of ever comes from some sort of war. Internet war, the interstate war, fucking computers war, which those computers were actually developed for the rocket program, which came from war. You could go on and on and on. So it's like if you love the technology you have surrounding you today, and then you're like, I hate war and imperialism and all this other shit, and white people should feel bad. Um, yeah, we should definitely be aware. I'm not saying necessarily just white people, but every country, every nation, every people, every person should be deeply aware of the atrocities that humanity, not any one race, not any one ethnicity, has committed, but humanity as a collective. We should always be aware of what we are capable of, what we've done to each other. I mean, it's pretty insane. And if you think the Holocaust is something terrible, I mean, go look up about Joseph Stalin. I mean, you can go back before that and go look up about Quigula. Go look up about the tribes that came from New Zealand and Fiji that were like practicing hardcore cannibalism, and it's easy to judge those people because they come from this culture where cannibalism is uh, was accepted at the time. But I would imagine they would judge us too because they'd be like, "You don't eat people? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? People taste pretty good." Anyways, damn, have I been ranting to myself? I don't even know if I'm streaming yet. But what I want to make clear is that, you know, I don't have a problem with being aware of the terrible things we did to blacks and to Asians in the development and Native Americans and Mexicans. I mean, it's almost hard to find a group of people that we didn't fuck over during the development of this country, actually. but but the world, we all know the world is a dark, horrific place, and but to go to look back so far back in time and cast these stones at each other or at our past, the past people who don't even exist anymore, who aren't even around to defend themselves anymore, it's kind of a really dumb exercise. It's like, you suck, 1860s guy who thought slavery was good. You suck, guy who fought on the southern side in the 1860s. Dude was fighting for something he believed in. And it wasn't just slavery. I guarantee he wasn't just like, he wasn't just like, I'm gonna go fight so we can keep them black people locked up. You know, I'm pretty sure the human mind isn't that dumb. Southerners might be kind of dumb, but we're not that dumb. Come on now. Um, anyways, and furthermore, it's like, looking at people in the past, how do they know? How do they know how not to act? It's like, okay, back to that whole slavery example. Okay, so I mean, it's easy to look at these white Southerners and be like, dude, you are bad for slavery. But slavery was an institution that was created and had been exercised for thousands of years prior to, our Civil War, the United States Civil War. That was an institution that existed in many different countries and many different civilizations of many different races. Um, and yeah, white people did, they are kind of the most recent example. But it's not like we had like an example before us that said, "Oh yeah, that's definitely wrong." I mean, it literally took us all the way up to World War II and the defeat of Germany to go, "Oh shit, maybe killing entire groups of people because of their beliefs and their physical appearance and all this other shit, maybe that's not such a good thing. Maybe that looks kind of bad on us." Why? Because we don't want to look like Nazis. Isn't that funny? It's like we don't mind being we didn't mind being watered down Nazis, but then it's like when it got to like once Nazis came out, they were kind of doing everything that people back in the United States were just kind of like, let's lock them up. They're subhuman. We didn't ever kill them in mass, at least. We did a lot of lynching, but we didn't kill them in mass. But when the Nazis were like, yeah, you're right, white America. These Übermenschen, I think that's what they're called in German. These subhumans. Let's just kill them all. And then we were like, whoa, shit. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's quite what we were aiming for. But yeah, white people suck. Yeah, I don't know. Stop being sissies. Stop being so. It's good to be self aware. Speaking of being self aware, let's move on to another topic because I'm getting tired of this one. And I'm sure I've made myself look like a complete freaking idiot. Uh, and, anybody who actually witnessed anything I just said probably had no idea what I was trying to actually say. They're like, this guy's an obvious racist. And I'm not, but maybe I am. I don't know. The future will decide. The future will send me a memo. Somebody 60, 70 who's going to be alive 100 years from now, they're going to email me and they're going to be like, dude, you are a blatant racist. And I'll be like, thank you so much for letting me know that future. So the next thing I want to move on and talk about is being self-aware. I feel like most Americans aren't. Why? Why are we not self-aware? What is wrong with people that it just seems like I don't know. Okay, so my problem is I have anxiety, I have depression, and both those problems stem from not a doubt in myself. All these problems come from this hyper self awareness. It's almost like a double edged sword because it's like, I know I'm loud, I know I'm obnoxious, I know that my humor is so dark that sometimes it drives people insane. Um, yeah, I just have this overly hyper awareness that it's like, I get I'm a fucking moron. And then I see all these other people walking around, and it's like they just pretend like they're not morons. They're like, I'm smart, I'm a genius. And yet they're saying the stupidest shit you've ever heard. It's like, and it almost feels like to me, they're purposely trying to not understand another person's argument. And you see this all the time in politics or on the news. I mean, Tucker Carlson. That's a real good example. I really don't like that guy. He's so ingenuine with what he thinks and who he is and how what he. I don't know. Does he even really believe what he's saying? I just can't. Like, I was literally watching a trailer of him or a news reel of him where he was talking about why it was important for for Americans to stand up against the metric system or some shit. Um, is the metric? God damn it! See how I've gone to college, yet I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. So what is the metric system? This is how retarded Caleb Perkins is. All right. Aha! Yeah, I was right. Okay, so he's like, we gotta stand up against the metric system. And I'm just like, are you crazy? What kind of a dumb argument? We gotta stand up against a form, like a number counting? A system of measurement? Of all the crazy things going on this freaking rock that's hurling through the universe, that's what we gotta worry about. What is this fucking world, man? I mean, seriously, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know. That scares me. It scares me that was on TV. That statement was on TV. Hey, I lost a follower. No big deal. Um, I can't stand disingenuous people. I can't stand when it's like people are purposely missing a point, or if they're so convinced in a way of seeing things or a way of thinking. I don't even know if they're necessarily convinced. It's that they have chosen to believe a certain way, and that nobody else's opinion, nobody else's information is ever going to change their minds. And that is such a, there was a, what do you call it, one of those TED Talks. So one of those TED Talks where this army guy was out on stage and he was like, obesity has become a national threat. Which, no shit, dude. If you're fat as fuck, you can't fight for this country. But I think one thing that really irritates me is it's like stupidity might be a bigger threat to this nation. We have a diversity in ideas, I think, to some degree, but we don't have, which is healthy, right? We need this diversity in a way of thinking, but we don't seem to cultivate a society that is very good at critical thought and questioning exactly what the hell is going on. It's like every year, every 4 years in the United States, we have this really incredible thing called an election, right? We have these elections, and in these elections, just so happens that that everybody in the country goes either votes for one side or the other. So most Republicans, probably I would say upwards of, I don't have statistics, but I'm just going to just ballpark it, 95% voted for good old Donald Trump. At least 95% of the people that voted, because apparently in America not many people vote. Um, and then of the Democrats that voted, I seriously doubt most of them voted for Donald Trump. Most of them probably voted for Hillary Clinton, and that's what we do every 4 years. They didn't care about which either candidate stood for. They didn't really care about any of the political issues. What they cared about was what flag are you flying, and is it the same flag that I fly? You know, it's so stupid to me. It's like, have more respect for a single issue voter. I have a friend who literally votes Republican because he knows Republicans aren't going to touch his guns. And while I do think some gun reform would work, I completely, this dude obviously treasures his guns. He doesn't want to lose his guns. And he knows that Republicans obviously aren't going to do jack shit to change anything with gun laws. So that's what he's going to vote for. I have more respect for someone who does that than people who run to what flag, the same flag. I got to be part of this tribe. I got to be a part of the same group. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's so crazy to me. Man, I really enjoyed ranting. I know nobody watched this, but man, it was a lot of fun. I don't know. Yeah, it felt good. It felt good just to kind of shoot this shit out there into the interwebs. I mean, it's like, why is it that we can't digest information that disagrees with what we already think? It's like so many people really struggle with the with the ability to look at information unbiasedly and then just say, "Hey, this information might not, agree with what I'm saying, but the information nonetheless is probably relatively important, right? I mean, does that make sense to anybody? I hope so. I hope that makes sense in some weird way. Because I don't know. I'm trying to get these thoughts out. They've been bothering me all freaking morning. Is there anything else? I don't know. I've been working all day. I'm about ready to play some video games. I think it's time to chill out. See what kind of games we got going on. Oh shit, not that one. There we go. Let's see here. Now I was wanting to play that Path of Exile game. I've been pretty addicted to it recently. And can you really blame me, man? Who doesn't like a good loot spree, huh? I know I don't. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Starts in one day. I don't even understand what the hell that is. Let me go ahead and get this over on the correct screen. Hold on. Aha! No, you idiot. God. It's like, hey, are you sure you want to put it over here? Yes. Oh, I could have chose the display right here. Oh shit, what the hell did I just do? Did I break it? I think I broke it at it. God damn it. Aha. Keep changes. Now, let's do full screen. Oh yeah, boy. It looks like shit. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, whoa. What the hell is going on? Oh god, this is... I think I just crashed it. Man, damn it. Okay, let's do this. Can we do windowed full screen? Okay, good. Thank God. Save. Jesus, that took a whole minute, didn't it? Alright, here I am. Building this really weird character. I don't know if this will ever amount to anything, but we're about to find out. I don't even know how long I'm going to be streaming, but it's probably going to be for a hot minute. Oh, God. What the hell just happened?
What troubles you bring?
Oh, my God. What the fuck? No, dude. What are you doing? Dude, oh, my God. Streaming, dude. It always works out. Streaming technology, it just works. Dude, I swear to God, oh my God, well, shit. Let me just spend the whole rest of the day fucking with this, huh? damn, I'm about to just go back to fucking talking. Holy shit. Maybe it's time to go back to talk. Fuck it. God damn. Oh, God. It's freaking terrible. Okay. Are you gonna actually work? Or are you just fucking with me? I feel like it's fucking with me. You watch. It's just fucking with me. Oh my god, it's actually functioning. Holy crap. It looks a little shitty, I'm not gonna lie, on this TV, but you know what, fuck it. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, I gotta go kill everybody. Let's not forget the main purpose of playing Path of Exile. It's murdering everything. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh god. I forgot what attacks I got going on here. Oh, dude, that is fun. That is, oh, yeah. Slaughter it. Now, hold on, I probably need to turn this down just a tad. Oh, I'm out of mana. Shit. Options, sound, and let's do the master volume. Let's turn that sucker down just a little bit. Oh, hello, Mr. Marrow Tusk. I'm just gonna rush through this shit, dude. Now, if you haven't been following my playthrough of Path of Exile, I started a character earlier, and it was really not a good character. It just, I could tell it was going to be trash, and kind of broke my heart, so I just stopped playing for like a whole minute, and then I was like, you know what, don't be a weenie. Get your ass up, and start again. So here I am. Alright. Dang, what's this ghost doing, girl? She tagging me? No, she just ran right up to me. Usually they don't do that. Oh god, koalas. Oh shit, more koalas. Dude, that is committing monkey genocide, dude. That is just... Who doesn't enjoy that? Oh shit. Oh. Hey, what's up, blind assassin? Dude, man, forever. It's been forever. You been streaming? What you been streaming, man? Western Forest. Isn't there one over here? I don't know. I always forget this shit. This game drives me crazy. Scum Crusher. Dude, I love these randomly generated names. Scum Crusher. Yeah, dude, I tried those 24-hour streams, dude. I get so bored. But I might actually, you know what? Fuck it. I might actually do one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it right now though, cause I get to sleep. Just got a 12-hour shift. Or maybe I will do it. Fuck it. Just pull a 24-hour. Oh, you play Conan? Dude, hell yeah. We should play that together, dude. Do I got you on, Steam? Now, when you say Spyro in September, are we talking about the remake? And are you getting it on PC or PlayStation 4? Because my friend, he had the remake of the first three, I think it is. And he sucks at all the challenges, but apparently somehow I'm good at it, even though I never played it. Alright, shit. I forgot where I'm going. Oh yeah, up here. Yes, give me the health, baby. Kev579. Let me quickly look that up for a venture, Mr. Kev. Oh god. Oh god, I'm looking for somebody. Get off me, blood slash the cunning. You Gundan Knuckles ain't putting up your shit. Let's see, Kev. Mr. Kev. Yeah, it's always those older games, man, that you just kind of, you know, you just fucking miss them. I don't know. It seems like I feel like I appreciated games more when I was younger than now, and I don't think that's. I'm not sure if that's my fault or what, but God, I really miss like I think one of my favorite ones was Banjo-Kazooie. I was a big Banjo-Kazooie fan. Alright, see. Kev... 7... Right. Did I type that in right? Aha, found you. United Kingdoms. United Kingdoms, the one kingdom, actually. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Now, I know there's an idiot over here. I gotta kill him. I don't help any of these guys, dude. I murder. Ukulele. Oh yeah, I got that game on PlayStation 4. Now, Ukulele, I don't feel like it was as good as Banjo-Kazooie. I had a friend who was just like tore it to pieces. But I personally thought it was a lot of fun to play. Yeah, there might be some flaws with the game, but man, I really enjoyed it. Oh shit, dude. I hope my frame rate's going alright. Is it recording clunky? Fuck. I hope my stream's showing